You're listening to the Mopcast Network.
Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, a look at news, reviews, and other happenings from a galaxy far, far away. Here are your hosts, Scotty and JD.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, episode 11.
Dun, dun, dun.
11. It's about as dramatic as we can get.
Yeah.
And the first time we did this, we tried to figure out what their episode 11 would be. I think we've come to consensus. Technically, that would be episode 9.
Right, because Solo will be 10 and
Rogue One.
Rogue One would be 7.
Actually, here's the monkey wrench for all of that.
Don't say the Endor movies.
No,
the
Clone
Ewok
Wars.
movies. It's not a movie.
It is a movie.
Well,
Had a theatrical release by Warner Brothers.
nah.
It is also the least made the least money. It's also,
Right.
But it's still a theatrical movie. I always defend that. So when people do, they're like, "Here's my list of Star Wars movies." I'm always like, "Well, you forget the Clone Wars," and like, we didn't.
No.
But it was
Whatever.
I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always, our Jedi Master.
JD Vertrees, good evening.
And we have a guest.
We have a guest.
What's our first guest? No, our second guest. I think Kevin.
We had Kevin.
We had Kevin one time. So we have Matthew Williams. Hey, Matthew, how's it going?
I'm all right. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
We are talking Star Wars Destiny because it's been, I guess, locally in our little circles, it's been a big topic.
Yep.
Fancy Flight's got their world tournaments for all their Star Wars games coming up next week. And so I'm going to that. I'm looking forward to that.
And I'm jealous because I was going to go and then I'm not going.
Things happen. Life. You know, you've got kids. And
stupid family that I enjoy, but still stupid No. I am sad that I'm not going to get to go, and I wish Scotty the best of luck.
Well,
I want you to bring home the Sabine mat.
Well, that's mainly because Ross will murder me, so
right.
I don't know how I want to take that.
But no, I don't want you to get it so that you get murdered. I just want you to do well.
I don't want to get murdered either. So, but we're going to talk a little bit about the current state of Destiny, and so for those who are not familiar with Destiny, Destiny is a card game. That's a card dice game that we have been obsessed with the last year.
True. And, I mean, I'm assuming if this isn't the first time you've jumped in and listened to My Star Wars Life, you know what we're talking about. We've opened boxes. We've played on the quote-unquote air.
I
did air quotes, actually, and I realized that
no one
nobody
can
see that.
See us, yeah.
So, no. So we've talked about Destiny a lot since the inception of My Star Wars Life. I mean, you've listened to Scotty and myself open boxes and, sort of talk about the cards, and Scotty's thrown images of it on the notes and everything.
Right,
so.
and of course, if you look at my website, at scottywhite.com or mopcast.com, you see that I'm constantly posting tournament reports and constantly, yeah. But people like them, so I keep writing them. Matthew's been in one or two of them because we've played a couple of times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've definitely hit each other a couple times on the circuit.
Oh, the first time was it Destin? Not Destin, but
was it not
Panama City?
We met one time in Gautier and Mackinac.
Oh yeah.
That's right, because Scotty, you missed the store championship
I
had last year.
I missed the store champion.
Okay.
I think I had work.
Yeah, I won that one actually.
I know.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have won if you would have been there. That's the story we'll go.
No, he'd have come in ninth.
Well,
You'd have been fine.
in Panama City, you were top 8, right?
Yeah, I got top 8 there.
Yeah, but who did you lose to?
I don't remember. It was the 6th R2P2 deck I played that day. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah, but on your journey to top 8, you did lose to a certain Emperor deck.
There was a guy playing an Emperor Palpatine deck in round 1. I think his name was Scotty. Yeah, he was.
I won't lie. That was the best game I had, and one of the only of the 3 wins I had that day.
I hear you.
So I'm proud that you made top 8.
Because I had planned for R2P2. I was like, I did not want to play R2P2. I did not want to play the best deck in formats because, I don't know, I was being obstinate. And so I was like, I will just design a deck that is designed to screw with R2P2. And I sat down against Emperor Palpatine. I'm like, well.
So what was the deck you played?
I played Han Snap, which was just all about battlefield control and, preventing them from playing their supports.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now I remember it. I just wanted because he said I built this deck for it. I wanted.
It was an all-star. Yeah, when we were playing, you played that stupid all-in card that I'll never forget. Every time I see you, I think of that stupid Sabine card. I did not see that coming.
It's a good card. I like it.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly.
Dude, he hit me with one the other day that I hadn't even considered. What's the one that we each get
Fallback is one of my new favorite cards.
Oh, my God. That wrecks my face. Hey, pick your favorite upgrade.
Yeah, pick your
favorite upgrade. All right, get rid of the rest. What? Wait, what just happened?
Yeah, Fallback.
Jeebus. That and Scorched Earth, which I've used. I love Scorched Earth, but that hurts my deck too.
Oh, it's a good solid card.
And I'm adamant about this. If anybody ever plays Scorched Earth against me, they have to Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. And so I'm talking Scorched.
I am talking Scorched Earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you.
I can't say it, but I want somebody to just stand up and point in my face because that will make me giggle.
I may have to make that.
I've been enjoying the face of people whenever I play that card against them. Not so much whenever they played against me, but
Right.
Before we get to the main topic, what are you currently playing?
Been playing Moba's Sister mostly. I really enjoy.
That's a good deck.
But I play a lot of different things. My fun deck is Battle Droids, just like the 5-white Battle Droid deck.
Have you managed to get it to work?
Yeah, honestly, I won a lot of games with it. I don't, it's not top tier, but it's definitely got some potential. I've tweaked the deck list a few times because that was my first goal whenever Legacies came out, whenever the spoilers came out, was to make a Battle Droid deck work. And I think it worked enough to where when I pulled it out, I feel like I have a good chance of winning.
That's cool.
Cool. Into a tournament though.
Yeah. I had to play against that our buddy Ross. That will murder you for the Sabine mat. He's had a couple iterations of it, and luckily my competition deck, again with my air quotes,
no one can see.
Yeah, no one can see. Luckily, it puts out at least 6 damage a turn, so I'm not, I can see why you're shying away from it for competition, like serious competition, because you can just pop a battle droid turn, and
2 thermals.
Yeah, just
the moment. The moment I saw the battle droids when they spoiled them, I was like, if I start seeing them in the tournament scene, I'm starting to pack thermals.
Right,
2 thermals. Same way I feel about Jawas. Same health.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start packing thermals. Haven't had to do it yet, so all's good.
I want to know what that guy that played the 5-white Jawa deck up there in New York was thinking. I swear he had to have lost a bet, honestly. Because we went to a regionals with 5-white Jawas, and I could just,
Did he win any games?
No way that you're going to play Jawas at the tournament. He's like, hold my beer. I have no idea what he's thinking.
I know a couple guys that'll do that in X-Wing. They'll have already gotten their regional win, and then they'll go to the other regionals and just play just some jank. Just for the fun of it, they're like, I'm here for the experience. I'm not here to win. I've already got my pass. I've got my regional win of the year. That's all I need. Let's go have fun. So that he either lost a bet or already won a regional. That's my
my current
One or the other.
my current fun deck is all yellow Lando Han, Lando and the new Han. And it just generates money and annoys people. I love it. So
Are you going to play at the Cantina?
I am. I've looked at my schedule, so it's like for the next 3 weekends I'm not going to be home.
Right.
I'm at a convention this weekend. Next weekend I'm at Worlds, and the weekend after that in Panama City.
Which I get to go to.
Yeah, you get to go. Yeah, JD will be with us.
I'll be at. I'll actually get to play Destiny instead of run Destiny. I'm excited.
So Matt, you going to be there?
Yeah, right now plans are good for us to be there. It just depends on family stuff.
Gotcha. Well, your family plays too, right?
Yeah, my son plays and my wife plays. My daughter's not quite into it yet, but yeah, they both play, so we should be there.
So you've got actually people to test decks against,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
The whole family can workshop.
A friend who has a wife and they play too, so having 6 people at the house playing Destiny is pretty consistent. So that's nice to be able to play test with.
Which explains why, last year's store championship, when they're all playing each other in the final rounds, it's just like, well, we're used to this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it was very much that way. We went 1-3-4 and something else about a little play group, but it was just, I mean,
It's
luck of the draw.
Yeah, they
Garrett's another good player on our coast, and he and I were playing, I think, maybe 1 or 2 cards away from an identical deck list, and, he went like 2-3 or something. So, it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah, but Garrett's an R2P2 player, so really, I mean, what are you gonna do? Because he won the regional at Gaucher.
Yeah, he won the regional Gaucher.
Yeah, I will say though that he at least won it right at the beginning of the R2P2 with either.
I know. I've known Garrett for a minute from both Destiny and X-Wing, so I want to give him some hell.
I have just the terrible luck at the big tournaments. I'm always
ninth.
I'm always ninth. I mean, hell, we played a draft this past weekend, and he had extra prizes for top 5. I was 6th.
Yep.
I'm always the bridesmaid, and so. But my goal for Worlds, honestly, is I just want to get the 3 wins to get the Kanan card. That's really what I'm looking for.
Go for shields. Get the shields.
That's like a stretch goal. like it was Kickstarter. I'm like, all right, I got the Kanan. Let's see if we get some shield card. But other than that, I'm like.
I know you're a big Rebels fan, so you got that signed Hera the other day. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that too in a minute. But the reason why we brought Matt on is because in the Destiny community, I guess there's been some concern about the state of the game.
Right.
You would say that, Matt?
Yeah, for sure.
And so Matt wrote a little article for iRebel podcast.com, right?
iRebelDestiny.com.
iRebel Destiny. I knew I was going to get it wrong. I should have wrote it down. Bad podcast.
We're not
host.
prepared. Shut up.
Bad podcast host. And so tell us a little bit about the article, and we'll start from there, I guess.
Well, yeah, so I started writing for iRebel after the regionals top 8 with the Han Snap deck. She asked me to write an article just because it was not a standard deck, but it did well. Just wanted to kind of have a how-to, etc.
Right.
And then I kept writing, and the goal was to have like an article a week published, etc. And I just couldn't find the inspiration to write an article. What I ended up saying was the only thing that was on my mind, and I'm like, just kind of rehashing every Legacies deck that's out there. So anyway, I just sat down and I wrote that article very quickly, and sent it expecting her almost to like reject it, just because it wasn't negative, it wasn't the most positive thing either, But anyway, my ultimate point was that the reason why I'm frustrated with the game is because I don't have anything to look forward to. Now, what I mean by that is like I can't go to Worlds. I teach AP classes, advanced placement classes, and the Monday after Worlds is my big test, and so I just kind of feel terrible if I would abandon my students those last couple of days.
Right.
I really don't feel like it was responsible for me to go to Worlds because of my job. Anyway, so without going to Worlds, the only other thing I have to look forward to is the Cantina Brawl, which is something that's got nothing to do with FFG. And so my point is that FFG has kind of really abandoned the tournament scene, with the exception of Worlds, and it just was kind of frustrating. And then when you look at going into Store Championships with the exact same meta we have now, and by all accounts we're going to go through the entirety of the Store Championship season with the exact same meta, it just seems like wasted opportunities to me. And so I would, a couple of things I outlined. One of the biggest things is that I just wish we had a release calendar. I think in your article you talked about how, you're fine with the 3 sets a year, which is something that I'm fine with in theory. But it really just feels like they're just kind of, talking around. They're like, oh, wait, we forgot about Destiny. Let's go ahead and release a Destiny set. They just got a lot on their plates. And a little bit more organization or perceived organization definitely would be good for the game.
If I may, I might have a little insight to that, and not that it's going to solve anything, but maybe make you feel better that it's not Fantasy Flight picking on Destiny. So since I've been running events here, and I had my pulse on Fantasy Flight and the releases of their product, it is a long-running joke that their product does not come out in a timely manner. They made an X-Wing card that's a cargo ship from China, and its power gets lost at sea for 3 months. It's because they have like their one factory, and then they ship everything, which takes forever. Like they're unless they change their shipping practices or they get a second factory, then it's all their stuff. I mean, when they run out of the Decimator for X-Wing or when they run out of Slave 1, it's a 4 or 5 month turnaround time, because they have to then queue up all their machines to build that, then print it, and then box it and then ship it, and then it's back at the distribution centers for a release. It's not like other companies like say Games Workshop, who go, all right, here's your next 6 months releases. They've been ready. Here's a warehouse. Release them on these dates.
Right.
The Fantasy Flight, I think Fantasy Flight is doing better than they ever expected to do.
I think so too.
With all their different games across all different licensing, they were like, we have too much awesome game. Like, we've got Legend of the Five Rings. We've got Star Wars. And in Star Wars, we have Destiny. We have X-Wing. We have Armada. We have Imperial Star. And now we have Legion, which is amazing. We've got RuneScape. Like, all these games that they put out, and they have, like, a factory in Pingyong, China that is just, like, probably overwhelmed. Just saying. That's my insight. Now, I don't know if that makes you feel better about it or not. I mean, it's not going to change it, but I don't think they're intentionally going, Destiny.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to make it seem like it was Destiny by itself. It definitely is all of their games. You know, I played Imperial Assault competitively as well, and I completely dumped that game, and I love the game.
Yeah.
I'm a competitive person. I want a competitive scene. I want to be able to show up and people are excited about the game that they're playing. And I've seen their business model destroy their own games. And that's not fair because they build a good game and they get a good community going, and then they just kind of like, okay, well, let's just move on to the next thing, and we're not ready to move on to the next thing. And my point is that, okay, if you're going to say you're going to release 3 Destiny sets a year, core and 2 expansions, then release 3 Destiny sets a year now. I mean, I'm not a math major, but 12 months divided by 3 sets seems like 4 months. You know, that seems like a pretty good release cadence. Since we've seen the first set come out, this is the original Awakening Space set came out. By the time Way of the Force gets to the next set, it's going to be over a 5-month average, like a 5.5, 5.75, something like that average between releases. And that's the average, which means we've had sometimes where it's gone a lot farther.
Right.
I think, what is it, 8-9 months by the time we got the Legacies pre-release to the time Way of the Force comes out? That's a long time for one meta with a card game, you know?
Yeah, I agree. They've got pretty good people in marketing. They got pretty good people in development. Now they need somebody in distribution.
So Legacy released what, January?
February 1st was the official.
Yeah.
And
December.
well, they had a limited. Yeah, they had a limited in Europe, and then we got it. We got it in February.
Right.
So February, March, April. So maybe they're waiting. I mean, they also they got Worlds next week. Maybe they're waiting till after Worlds. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
But here's one thing I will agree with you, because we can't fight distribution. We can suggest how we want to, but if there's a factory somewhere in China that's doing this, well, Fantasy Flight needs to figure out what's profitable for them to do that.
Sure.
However, I do agree their tournament scene handling is terrible.
Well,
but then again, I think it's a secondary thought for them. It's not like Wizards of the Coast with Magic understands that their tournament scene is part of their release. I mean,
sure.
It's part of it's the whole thing. I don't think Fantasy Flight actually believes that, and I say that by the kind of price support we get is kind of
Oh, I actually appreciate the way they handle prize support. I love the fact that when you win, you get these symbols of status. I won. Obviously, I came in top 1 to 3 of a quarter 1 kit this year because I have Holdout Blaster. Or I played, or I got the smoky black acrylic 1 damage tokens. You could do that because a similar game to X-Wing was Attack Wing that WizKids put out.
Right.
Which was, they had a Star Trek, they had a D&D with dragons, which in theory is amazing, right? I get to fly dragons around and blow things up.
Right.
But their tournament structure was, okay, the very first OP kit, organized play kit, the winner got a ancient white dragon that you could not buy. The only way to get it was to win that first quarter kit.
Right.
Well, it was tournament legal in subsequent tournaments, but it was so overpowered, whoever won the first one won everything else since. because they would continue to get this ramped up beefiness for winning.
Right.
Where and it killed Attack Wing.
So that's one end or the extreme. And I get what you're saying about the. I don't know. For me, I don't find them the acrylics like status symbols. Really, I don't know.
Yeah.
No. And the reason why is because I can get better acrylics on Etsy. I can get better stuff. I can get better alternate art cards from players, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't.
Potentially.
I mean, I've seen nicer cards out there, and so I'm not. I mean, it's also cards I don't play, and so it's like, oh, okay, cool. And one with the Forces this week, this quarter, and a Holdout Blaster, which would have been cool in Awakenings or whatever. Did it come out in Awakenings or come out in Spirit? Anyway, so it would have been cool along with that set, right? I mean, are you following?
I got you.
And so I think. And I point to what the guys are doing in Panama City. I love their price support that they've done for they've got alternate art cards that they've made. They've got mats that they made.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think at a store level, I think you should just hand it to the players to do that.
Yeah.
You can have your quarter kit, but I think if players really want to invite new people and stuff, we put the work in. However, on the flip side, on the regional and the storage, I like the mats and the spot gloss that they did for the Thrawn. That was neat.
Right.
That was worth playing for,
Sure.
I thought. But at the store level, it's like, oh, okay. I play because I like to play, not because I'm going to win the trinket.
Right.
But because I never win the trinket. Right.
Which is why I run, because they give the people that run the tournaments the trinkets as well.
Right.
I'm never going to win the trinkets, but I get the trinkets because I run the events.
Right.
It's nice.
That's not even true. You were nice and you gave away your mat at the last World Championship because they had a tie for second place.
He's a good man.
Well,
Way.
yeah, it was like.
I had beat 3 of them, so the schedule was just ridiculous. So you gave the 5th person your mat, which was pretty awesome.
I did, but but you know what? I don't mind because
That's why he's our wise Jedi Master. He's a good
right.
guy. He's serving to the light side. He's so.
It's really annoying spread because I had beat 3 out of the 4-4-1s. And so, like, trying to figure out who was second, who was 5th was basically just a crapshoot, you know?
Yeah.
And because they had all played basically at the same strength schedule, and so anyways, he gave the person who just
I think
spit out as the 5th place, he gave them the mat, treated it like 4th place, which was pretty cool.
yeah.
She appreciated that.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, no, it really was. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. Like, I mean, he won, and then literally 2 through 5, or 2 through 4, no, yeah, 2 through 5, had the same record and strength of schedule.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was crazy, because I think they had it set like it wasn't a randomized set of rounds. It was set like it couldn't just keep going. I don't know how it worked, but it worked that way. But yeah, no, that was my pleasure because I was really happy to see you guys here. I mean, I was honest. Like at that point, I had 4 or 5 local players that were really into it. And then when y'all descended from parts unknown, I was super happy to see everybody. I like having people for my events.
I love having new people always play. And we had new people for the draft, which was fun.
Yes, that was awesome.
Which was good. And new people were rocking. I mean,
yep.
Guy came in second. It was a brand new player with his son.
Yeah, I think I did a demo for him it was within the last month. Him and his son came in, and I had another family come in like after they left, and I'm surprised I hadn't seen them since. But well, no, that's not true. But yeah, no, we're getting some new players.
Yeah, a part of the articles and stuff that me and Matt's hearing is that the tournament scene is shrinking for some players. Is it shrinking for you guys?
It is a little bit. I can't say I'm not partially to blame for it. My end of year for me as a teacher is always a little stressed out, until my seniors graduate, and so we haven't been as much lately, and that's like you mentioned earlier, whenever I don't go, it's like 5 people don't go, and so it definitely doesn't help. But other than that, like we've seen a very limited growth. We started out with about 8 people, and we now have about 8 people, and it's the same people. There's people that come and go, but they don't stay for whatever reason. And what they've told me to small degrees is some of the things I was talking about and Art of History talks about with their hashtag Rally Aid campaign is that, it's difficult to get a new person to start the game when you can't just tell them to go buy a product and start the game. You know, there's nothing for them to go buy where they can sit down and have a deck. I guess you could say with the exceptions of the Rivals draft kit, but other than drafting, you can't say, okay, go buy that Luke starter and come play. Like, no, you have to go buy that Luke starter and sit down and we'll give you some more cards and we'll make you a 30-card deck. And, you know, it seems kind of odd that they do it the way that they do.
Yeah, it's odd that they do 20-card decks for those.
It is.
And so, but they've always done that, and I don't understand. Yeah. It makes a question. Trust me, I have questions when I get up there. I'm going to see if I can talk to a couple of people and so get to. I'm curious.
Win, and then you get to design a card, and then you might be able to design, their distribution practices.
I don't think that works that way. I don't think
just take me with you.
I think it's something like that. That's in the fine print.
It's in the fine print, right? It's the reason why they're trying to get it.
Oh, you won Worlds? You're head of distribution. Congratulations.
No!
You actually have to get on the card you're shipping. Wait for it to sell across. That's the problem. They can give us the play-by-play of what's going on with the card you're
Day 112, still not here.
He's going to end up with a tiger called Richard Parker. I just know it.
Scotty is on
the boat.
At least he's not at the printer, because if Scotty's at the printer, there's an issue.
I think the next I think is on its way.
I think so. I've been hearing a lot of more rumblings, and I check my distribution center every week to see if I have the coming, releasing on release date. Like for Legion, I have a General Veers releases Friday. Not the Snowtroopers, they come out next week.
Right.
But Veers, but I got that last week. So they usually keep it pretty close to the vest.
I think it's I think they want to announce some stuff at Worlds because they've got that press conference that's on the Monday.
The hyperspace thingy.
Which is weird because the tournament doesn't really start till Wednesday?
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, just come hang out with us for 2 days beforehand. I saw that and I was like, no, I have a job. I have podcasts to do. I can't.
Right.
So I thought that was a little odd. So, but besides, it's also
the girl that runs iRebel, she's up there in Minnesota, so I think she's going to be able to go.
Oh, that's cool.
To the whole thing, and so she's going to kind of give us a media report on what they say. But they were releasing a lot of information, like JD just said about the Vegas for Legion. They came out with something with Saw Gerrera's ship for X-Wing. I saw their voice. Teaser for all that stuff. So, they're definitely releasing a lot of information ahead. It just is, they have, like you said earlier in the podcast, there's so many different lines. Like, they could release information every day, and it still may take 2 months before they get to something for your product.
That's true.
Right.
Well, as an IA player, I was just happy to see IA stuff in the love. Well, last week we got the Rebels news, which I was excited.
Yeah, you were like...
I've already pre-ordered it. I was like, I got to get it. It may not come for another year, but I'll have it.
I thought it was an 8-year-old slumber party. He was so happy and squeeing and excited.
So, my Kanan.
I can't get a Kanan in a head. I'm so excited.
I got Hera's lonely. I got to get a Kanan for it. Just gotta.
Great. You're gonna.
I don't care.
That figure like a year ago, though. Like that figure was shown in the rounds like somewhere in 2017. It's been a long time, but that figure's been making the rounds in the spoiler circuit. But yeah, they didn't have any official stuff until about a month ago, I guess, when they did the Lothal set.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, but again, maybe another year before we see it.
At the printer.
At the printer. At the printer. Fantasy Flight's got some. I don't know the solution. I really don't. I don't think none of us do.
No.
Their company. They're in a position. They're making money. They're making enough profit to continue to operate. So.
Yeah. Which I know.
You gotta think, okay, for me personally, I don't have an unlimited budget, but a large part of my disposable income goes to games because my family all plays games. It's just kind of our thing. It's better than sitting down watching TV.
Right. It's a good hobby.
And so we're willing to spend money on a game if our family enjoys it. Like I have an obscene amount of Destiny cards. We keep 4 sets of everything because 3 of us in the house play, and my daughter may eventually want to play. So we keep 2 complete play sets, and then for some things we even have 3 sets, like Ancient Lightsaber and things like that. We keep 6 of. Anyway, and so
bragging much?
Yeah, that just sounded like a brag, not a status report.
We've got 6 Ancient Lightsabers.
Trade to somebody for something else I need.
Me and my 8 Yodas.
Most decks run Ancient Lightsaber, so there's a lot of times where take them. And so my options are either like to be nice and let them have them, or just buy 2 more. And so I went with the buy 2 more. So it's not a brag so much as it is I wish it weren't that way, but it just is.
No, we're just teasing.
So did I tell you the story?
And then Imperial Assault was kind of the same way for us. We played competitively. All 3 of us played. There were some figures that overlap in their release model, so weird that you had to buy like a whole set or whatever. But I was willing to do that, and so that's the thing. So you take a player like me, who was going to buy every single thing that Legion produced, bought every single thing that IA produced, was going to buy everything that Destiny produced, and I finally just gave up and said, screw it, I'm just going to do Destiny. And I pulled out completely, and I'm back to, doing some Games Workshop games. I'm going to come see y'all Saturday for the Shadespire tournament.
Are you really?
I'm
gonna be there.
I'm super happy now, dude.
JD just showed me the game. I want to play it.
The Sepulchral Guard. I got Tom. Scotty is almost on the hook for.
I'm on the hook.
Skeletons.
I've just got a time, and so I mean, I'm with you. I have a limited, I have a budget, and part of my budget goes into games. And I'm an old school card gamer. I mean, you and me went way back, and so for me, the game that really brought me in was the Cypher Star Wars back in the day, and so I played that for years competitively. I was
horrible at it, but I tried.
I was 10th in the state for a long time, and I loved it. It was it's a great game. Of course, it goes away, goes to Wizards, and Wizards just makes a terrible dice game out of it. Oh, it's atrocious. Because that's what Wizards does. They destroy things you love.
Which I think that's another talking about Fantasy Flight. They make good decisions sometimes.
Right.
They had Legion coming out. Games Workshop was like, hey, you can't make a tabletop war game like Warhammer 40K, and they said sure we can, and Games Workshop said, well, we'll pull our license, you can't make our role-playing books and board games anymore, and they went okay. Now WizKids has Games Workshop's license, which means we're getting Space Marine Dice Masters. Womp womp.
You get Space Marine HeroClix?
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
Wouldn't that just be Warhammer at that point then?
Yeah.
Or are you just kind of getting towards that?
No, but
it'd be already painted. I'd be all for it.
But that's the best part.
Painting's when I put my kids to bed, I go in the garage and I have a whole little setup there for, painting, and it's just really relaxing to me. But I know not everybody wants to do that.
I'm terrible at
it. That's my favorite part of the hobby is sitting and painting.
I just pay JD to go, here's some money.
Yeah.
Make this pretty.
Make it pretty.
That's why I didn't get in Legion.
But it'll have paint on it.
It's like I play Destiny.
Right.
Because I love it. I got into IA because I like both campaign and skirmish is crazy fun. I don't play it as much as I'd like to because we just don't here. The scene's very small here for it.
It is, although I do have an event for it in May.
Cool.
Just saying.
Oh well, if I'm around, I will play. But I truly I played in a regional of that, my first regional for that, and I got a blast doing it. All my miniatures are unpainted because whatever. Legion looks great. I like the idea of Legion. I can't get into another game. Legion was like I can't. I have to no. And
this is my line in the sand.
Well, exactly, because what I like about IA, it's storable. It's
right.
I only have a few figures. I don't have any of the big sets. So I have just a few figures and what I need.
Sadly, easier stored than Destiny.
Right. I love Destiny. I hate the dice storage on Destiny is ridiculous. And so that's my only – because Matt's traded with me before. I bring out the box with the Ziploc bags all color coordinated. Oh, it's about the best system I come up with.
It's either that or you're rolling into someplace. Somebody's like, "Oh, you going to catch some fish?" And then you're like, "No, I'm a nerd."
I'm gonna play.
My system is I have the Feldherr dice bags, which are a little pricey, but I use the photo cases and Ziploc bags and all that. And I had a few dice that were getting chipped, and so I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna take my $30 Darth Vader die and just let it get chipped to death while it rattles around." So I got the Feldherr bags, and they're definitely good. I'll say that. They're very good. The price is debatable on whether you want to pay that or not. But it's a nice, safe storage.
So what do they run? How much do they run?
I get the big ones that hold like 400 something, and they're like $70 I think on Amazon.
But it holds 400. So.
Yeah, I think it holds 480. I think it's because I think it holds basically anyway somewhere like that. Because there's 60 dice in a set usually, and so it holds 2 complete expansions when you have 4 of them, like I unfortunately do. So yeah, it holds a lot.
Well, that's cool.
Well, all right.
All right. I'll put a link on the if you're looking. I'll find it. Put a link on it on the website.
So you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, because I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have to check it out.
I only know my awesome chainmail dice bag, which I'm pretty sure you want to talk about some chipped dice. I'm not putting my Destiny dice. It's chainmail.
Right, it's chainmail.
Yeah, I've seen those. They look cool. I cannot imagine putting one of my friends calls them the Fisher Price dice because they're just these big, blocky primary colors.
Right, they are.
I'm not going to put my Fisher Price dice in the.
I love that, the Fisher Price dice.
I mean, now to be fair,
That should be we should make that a shirt.
Like the guy that made my dice bag. I mean, his wife did beautiful leather work on the inside, so it's got a leather lining, but it's still super heavy in chainmail.
Right.
So. It's my dice bag / anti-cheating device. I think you're cheating, I smack you, and then you're unconscious, and I win.
I think JD sitting down at a Destiny game with like a big glass of meat in one hand and the chainmail and just drops it on the table.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, it's pretty much pretty accurate. And what's even better, you might appreciate this, is that it's made with black chainmail and has a gold fleur-de-lis in the middle. So
yeah, I'm like 5 minutes from the Superdome. If I were taller, I could see the Superdome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I might bring it up on Saturday. I'll let you see it. Anyway, we're
no, I love it.
We're to all you people out there. Yeah, come see my dice. No, that I can't say that either, can I?
Family show. Family.
I'm gonna leave my kids at home that day.
Yeah, you might, because we don't want JD end up in E-lists.
Oh, I can't. Never mind. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. You said lists, and like my brain shut down. I was like, Destiny Worlds. What is your plan? What are your thoughts?
I'm scared.
You're scared. Don't be scared.
I'm frightened because I've settled on a deck.
Yep.
And it's unconventional.
Are you going to let us know beforehand
so
that people that are up there listening to this can be like, oh, where's our Native American spirit guide? I know he's running Maz. I'm going to whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm running Maz. I'm doing a non-aggro deck. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Because I've tried rolling an aggro. I'll tell you what did it. What did it was this weekend.
Yep.
So, here's a story I can't tell. So I'm playing.
You got to hear this. This is pretty brilliant.
So I'm playing draft, and you probably seen it. And if you see my channel report, you know what's coming. So we played draft this weekend, and I managed to get Obi-Wan, who's in Legacy. He's a power, right? He's got 3 melee damage sides. He's a big. Right. So I had him and Alia. What's her?
Ayla Sakura.
Ayla. I always mispronounce her name.
She's my girl.
Right. So I had a great combo, right?
Yep.
I'm asking.
2 dice though, man. I'm gonna play a whole tournament with 2 dice.
Well. I had 3 dice because I had a Jawa. I threw the Jawa in there for 3 dice. So I'm like, so I was like, oh, here's another guy. So that worked out to be 30. So that's what I was going with. And my first match, Obi-Wan didn't roll any damage. There was a time that I literally discarded 5 cards just to get him to roll something. Nothing happened. Nothing.
I don't think I've ever seen a 5 drop.
I was like, roll! And he's got 1 blank side. That rolled up 3 times.
Yep.
And then he's got the 1 resources, and that rolled up twice.
Yep.
And then I got a shield. And I was just like, I fired him. I literally, you're out. Put Anakin and Lobot in. Worked a little better for me, but
yeah.
I'm so mad. Because I was gonna run.
Like a 1 in 81 chance or something like that.
And it just kept right. It's insane.
I thought he said he didn't math. Didn't he say he didn't math earlier? That sounded like math.
No, he's a teacher.
I was lying. I did chemistry. I didn't do it. I wasn't a math major. That was my quote, so I didn't perjure myself.
Yeah, but you know what? That was so confident. I believed you. You're like 1 in 81. I was like, okay, never have him tell us the odds.
I think it's 2 sides, right? And then so you take a 1/3 chance to roll melee. And then you do it 5 times. Yeah, I think that's the math. I think.
Right, didn't happen.
I like the blue ones. That's why I play.
Sorry, it was 86.
Oh, it was terrible. So I got mad. So I was gonna bring I have an Obi Maz deck that I like.
Yep.
Obi-Wan.
Emazio?
Emazio.
Sounds like a baseball player.
Right, Emazio. That's what we should call it, Emazio. I like it, but I'm scared of the damage, so I'm working on a deck that doesn't really rely on it.
Yeah.
And so I don't worry. I don't have. Yeah, it's kind of a mill. It's kind of a mill, but it's not really. It's weird. It just lingers.
Yeah, no. If it's the deck I'm thinking of,
it just lingers. It's just ugly. It just lingers.
It's put it to me, and like I said, my deck is super fast, super aggro, and I still ran out of deck.
Yeah.
Before I could kill it all, so it's pretty cool.
It lingers. It annoys people. You
should call it the cranberry.
Like I said, mill 'em or kill 'em, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's your choices. And this happened in Georgia at the regional in Georgia because you mentioned you played. You got a Sister Boba Fett deck, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I was playing a Sister Boba Fett deck, and he whooped me. I mean, that deck is vicious. That deck is nothing but just here's glorious damage, just massive damage. So at the end of it, I had Yoda left with 9 damage, 2 shields, and I had a Millennium Falcon. That's all I had left on the table. Everybody else was dead and gone.
Right.
And but I had milled him. I had milled him completely. And so he had an Ancient Lightsaber. He puts out the Ancient Lightsaber, heals. I don't even think he had to heal, but he used it to heal. And so he doesn't run out of a deck.
Yep.
So turn ends, he draws. I go first because I claim because I had when you're down to one character after a while you're just like I'll just claim and try and so he looks to me and when it comes to hit because I rolled Yoda in and then he's like, well, the only thing I can do is play this. So he plays the Ancient Lightsaber, giving him nothing in his hand, nothing in his deck, and I just played Hyperspace Jump on my next turn and won.
Nice job.
And I just
similar situation, but I did it with a running interference. I did a card action, and then I did running interference, saying they couldn't use the Ancient Lightsaber card action. You can get around it, but it's tough.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You get nerfed.
So, but it was funny to watch his face, and then he went on for a tirade about how that card should be banned. I was like, they've already eradicated it, and he's like, well, it needs to be even more. I'm like, the mill is tough to do.
Yeah.
It's the heart of the two win conditions because I have to mill and then end the turn.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can still kill me in that time, and so it's easier to kill. And so, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But also playing it, so I'll defend it right now.
Right. Well, dude, I'll defend that deck because the one I was going to take to Worlds is so aggro and it's quick.
Yeah.
Like it's quicker than the Seventh Sister Maul decks that I've faced. I mean, because that's a quick deck that throws out damage.
Yeah, it does. A lot of melee.
I mean, it's a quick. I call it my chicks with sticks that'll kick you in the rhymes with chicks and sticks. And
the mix.
Yeah, but and it's so fast and. I mean, I probably had a hiccup on turn 1 or 2 about not getting the equipment I needed against you, but yeah, I killed 2, and I think I left Yoda around too long, and those stupid chance cubes, and you're just like, nope.
Yeah, it's changed since then.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
because I've learned that, and here's the secret to the deck. So if you're listening, you can beat me. It doesn't matter what characters you kill; they all do stuff, and so I can hang whatever.
So here's the secret: it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because I don't care. I'm just trying to get my 3 wins. But I'm looking forward to Panama City, so we can all.
I am too.
That's gonna be fun.
I am too.
You have any idea what you bring?
I rebel 8-bit cards.
No, I haven't.
Their whole Patreon line is based on giving out 8-bit cards.
That's cool.
8-bit artwork cards are actually really cool. So when she found out about the girl Amanda Reynolds, or Jedi Geek Girl is her handle. She runs I Rebel anyway. When she found out about the Cantina brawl, we had one commissioned just for that. So I'm bringing some special 8-bit cards that you might like.
Ooh,
awesome.
Nice.
So it's gonna be pretty cool.
Nice. On our end, we're working on a state tournament. Because we've got here in Alabama, we've got 3 distinct areas that play.
Right.
And so we're trying to do a state championship, and we've broken up the state into regions. And so the north is Hoth, the middle is Indoor, and we're down here in Tatooine. But everyone else in the
how are we not Dagobah with the humidity?
I thought Scarif. Yeah, Scarif was my first thought. Dagobah was a good one too, but Scarif was my first thought. But I think he's trying to go original trilogy, and I'm like, okay, I'm with that.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm with it. I didn't design it. That's all Mike's fault.
At least our sand is white, even if it still gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. But it's not. We're not limiting the tournament to just us, the Alabama players.
Right.
We're gonna have other. And so, but we've labeled everyone else the Outer Rim. So, But we're gonna do that this summer, and so when I have more info on that, so
and then you and I've talked about doing our triple play or whatever. I don't know.
I want to call it Jedi Trials.
Jedi Trials.
Yeah, I want to call it. So get this, Matt. I want to do a tournament where it's a normal constructed standard, a draft, and a trilogy all in one day. Kind of like an Iron Man marathon kind of thing. And so I could do it. And so and not everyone has to play in all the tournaments, but if you do, there's special prizes for accomplishing all three. So it's a long day, but it'd be fun, I think. So I'm working on that as well.
And also for all of you that listen to play X-Wing, I've got something in the works. I don't know when, but it's going to be awesome. So stay tuned.
We'll definitely talk about it when it comes in.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, how can people find you online?
I'm around on Facebook all the time. Most of the time I do the iRebelDestiny.com. Like I said, I have a lot of people that comment on there and get in touch with me through their social media.
Okay.
I am not social media phobic. I'm just social media lazy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ditto.
Really. But if people send me stuff, I always reply.
Right, that's all that matters.
I don't just put all this stuff out there. But yeah, the iRebelDestiny is pretty much the quickest way to get.
So you definitely check them out at iRebelDestiny.com. We'll have a link here on the website too, so you can easily click to it, and it's a good site. I've been on it, and
for those others of us that are social media lazy, can just go click and
right,
there it
so
is.
you just click. I try to keep the website good enough so people can do that at least. do our share. Well, Matt, thank you for coming.
And I'm super looking forward to seeing you Saturday, man.
All right, man. Thank you for having me on. I'll see y'all here soon.
Almost to Solo. Solo's almost here.
Solo's almost here.
I've stopped watching stuff, though.
Isn't it the 15th?
No, it's the 25th, 24th. It's the end of the month. Yeah.
It's the end of the month.
So it's Avengers this week, then there's a week off, then there's Deadpool, then there's a week off, and then there's Solo.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, because I missed Super Troopers. Dang it.
It's still out.
I know.
I hear it's good. I just haven't had time.
So here's my question, and you can edit this out if you want.
No.
Do we want to do this again right before Panama City, because that would be our normal scheduled time, or do we want to wait until Panama City, maybe find a guest or two, the winner, and do this there at the end?
We can do it at Panama City. I can bring the equipment.
Is that too much?
No, I can. I'll. How about this? I'll reach out to our arena and see if we can do it.
Okay.
And so we'll do something there.
Sure.
We'll try to do something there.
I mean, I was thinking about that when we were talking. I was like, what if we did something at the end of the day? That would be fun.
It would be fun. Or something you set up a table do throughout the day.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it. Yes. You never know what we'll do here.
That's why I said this all may get edited out.
I'm lazy when it comes to editing.
I'm social media lazy. You're edit lazy. Whatever.
I just want y'all
Not
to
really,
hear
dude. You put the cool music in and sound effects.
I try. Don't get me wrong. I put production in our show.
Just don't edit the crap out.
I don't want to do it.
Because then we have a 4-minute show.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
You're right. I don't want to do a 4-minute show. But big thanks to Matthew. Definitely check him out at iRebelDestiny.com.
.org.net.com. Something.
It's late. It's so late.
It is.
You can find me on Twitter at Scotty White. You can find everything at ScottyWhite.com. Probably pretty much where you found this podcast.
Right. And you can find me linked onto ScottyWhite.com because I still don't remember my Twitter.
That's okay. We have the My Star Wars Life Twitter is at PezzyFet.
Yes, PezzyFet.
At PezzyFet. And definitely check us out there. Give us a shout out. We'd love to. We'll talk to you. We're desperate. If you're Destiny players, we'd like to hear you. If you're not, get into it. It's a really fun game.
It's fun.
Fantasy Flight does, minus the problems with their distribution, has some great games.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. Like I don't want to take anything. Yeah, exactly right.
Amazing
games.
games.
The games are great. They leave us wanting too much and like too soon. Like,
right.
And then we want more, and they. Never mind. I had an analogy, but it's not appropriate.
Analogy's not your thing, man. Sorry.
No, it's my thing. It's just not my thing for family friendly.
That's for our other Star Wars podcast, Star Wars After Dark. He's trying to go into it. He's not going to do it. Day one Awanga.
Hello.
I can't even. Truly belong with us among the clouds.
Anyway.
This is me saying, this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours. And may the force be with you.
And you're going to say that?
Say that every episode.
Thanks for listening. You can follow us on Twitter at Mopcast Network, on Facebook.com/Mopcast Network, or just visit us at Mopcast.com. And remember, this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Thank you for listening to the Mopcast Network.